Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Wednesday, August 6th, 2025, and I'm doing another collective read for you guys. I hope you've all had a beautiful day. You'll have an even better evening. Hopefully you're sitting nice and comfy listening to these videos, connecting with me. I thank you for all your love and your support, all your well wishes, all your beautiful comments. Thank you so very much. You mean the world to me. You really do. I love you guys so very much. Let's see where Spirit wants to go with this read, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. Okay, so somebody's afraid. Chicken. Somebody's playing chicken here. Overarching energy. Bottom of the deck, we have teacher. You could be a teacher, so you're dealing with somebody else that's a teacher. It could be any kind of teacher. It could be school teacher. It could be spiritual teacher. It could be somebody that was guiding somebody. But no, somebody's afraid now. Why? Something to do with a backstory. They have to come up with a backstory for something. So somebody was guiding them to do something. There's a message. Backstory to a message, a messenger. Something about work and labor. Working hard. They created some sort of drama here. And again, found out they want to tiptoe out of this. They're walking on eggshells here. They want to back slowly up so they're not noticed. Something's going on here. Somebody's getting the whole backstory as to how whatever happened here. How something came to be. And somebody's trying to tiptoe their way out of it. They're scared now. The backstory is being told. So this is chicken. Where are we going with this for the collective, please, Spirit? Somebody could have been strutting around with their chest puffed out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, new alliances. So they're trying to regale more people to come into an alliance with them. New alliances will bring you support and opportunities. So somebody's afraid that you're going to come into their... Okay, thank you. This might have something to do with the first read. Their alliance, their group is coming towards you. Something's going to take off right now. Take off, eh? This is, what is it? Doug and Mackenzie. Bob and Doug Mackenzie. There we go. Canadian. Things will take off quicker than you expected. Now's a good time to take action. There's no stopping you now. It would help to establish a clearer plan before moving forward. Someone's exposing their lies. The truth will eventually be exposed. There's been some temporary distance between you and someone. Could be physical or emotional. The distance in this relationship is temporary and things may reconnect later. It could be any kind of relationship, okay? There's a silent understanding. They know that you know the truth. They know that you're expecting them to do what's right. Unspoken understanding creates a deep connection. You have a very deep connection with somebody here. You're spreading positivity. Keep radiating positive energy and influence. There's going to be a confession here. Someone is about to confess their true feelings to you. Someone has attachment issues or they try to attach something to you. Issues of attachment, either excessive or fearful, may arise. So somebody's very afraid. You gave them the cold shoulder. They're getting the cold shoulder. Maybe it's them, between them and this group. They're detaching this group. They're really afraid. Someone is deliberately distancing themselves, hiding dissatisfaction. This was a joint evolution. You and others are growing together, supporting each other. So somebody's pulling away, or a bunch of people are pulling away, and they're coming into a group and supporting one another or supporting you. Unspoken tensions. It's a push and pull. The group dynamics have shifted here. This is unexpected news. Someone's going to be shocked. Unbelievable news will shatter your expectations. You could be in a protective shell or somebody else's. Someone is keeping their true emotions hidden for self-protection. It's a facade of concern. So somebody might be coming towards you, or this group's coming towards you, showing you false concern. Someone's concern may not be sincere, hiding ulterior motives. Loyal or not. So somebody's being tested here. Someone is testing your loyalty. Something to do with shared experiences. Shared experiences deepen the bond between you and others. Maybe they're wanting to go down memory lane with you, and you know, make sure that, oh yeah, you're faithful to me, right? Look how many years we've known each other. That kind of thing. Unspoken desires is all greed. Silent treatment. It's breaking news. A surprising revelation will shift your perspective. Drifting apart. It's a past life echo. So this is continued on from a past life situation. I don't know how many past lives. Could be one, could be multiple. You were in a labyrinth here. This was a maze. You had to get through this by following the light and listening to your intuition. This is somebody from your past life. You were drawn to them, or they were drawn to whomever. It has nothing to do with you because of a past life connection. It doesn't mean it's good, though. They're holding back from you or trying to hold you back. The other person is not being fully open with you. There's a lot of inner conflict here. Okay? Inner conflict makes decision-making difficult. Well, chop, chop. Whoever this is, hurry up and get this over with. Exposing the lies. You could be exposing lies, or someone else in the equation is. Could be this group here. Somebody's afraid here. They could be trying to enlist more people at this moment because they burn bridges. I just heard that loud and clear. They burn bridges in whatever group or situation they find themselves in. So this is somebody that's always changing friends, relationships, maybe even jobs. Okay? Somebody's scared here. Put that back in. Why are they scared? Somebody's forming new alliances. Somebody's got to stop this person. Okay? What is this, please? Sexual protection. It could be some people that they get intimate with. I don't know. Or you're being protected by this person, or they're protecting you. They're burning evidence or deleting it or trying to. Oh boy, this is a love story. Once upon a time. Is it a love story, though? It's just in their head. Someone's in their feels. They were putting on a show. Fake friends. Tired of the drama. Or these fake friends are tired of the drama. You already know the tea. Somebody's doing narcotics, or they claimed you were. There's a fake apology here. They don't want to hear it, or you don't want to hear it. It was full of envy. They said whatever they said, or did whatever they did. It was out of envy. Total drama. It's action time. Somebody has bad anger issues here, or they claimed you did. Their lives are falling apart, and their lives are falling apart, falling to pieces. They made some bad choices here. There's an investigation going on, and somebody's trying to run away now. Wow. The last read kind of sounded like there's some monies that is locked in, that belongs to you. They're trying to get it unlocked, or they have been trying to get it unlocked using a doppelganger or a false ID or something. So they can take this money and run. So this is a true crime. Let's see what we're going to... I haven't used this deck in a long time. So they're afraid here. Chicken. New alliances. And sexual protection. Where are we going with this, please? Aliens. So they alienated you, or you could be different, or... I don't know, maybe they're into aliens. I don't know. They could be a foreigner from a different country, or you are. Something to do with money. Could be foreign money they're dealing with. It could be something to do with the market. It could be cryptocurrency, I just heard. It could be real estate. It could be business. Trying to alienate you and other people who are controlling your money. There's an accomplice partner in crime. Outer space. This is way out there, okay? Spouse and partner, maybe they are out in space. I don't know. There's a lot of secret spouse or partner that kept you secret spouse and partner. I don't know. Something hidden. An assassination. Either this is, character assassination or a real one. Something to do with a landfill. They're trash, okay? Devil energy. Dating the devil. Dating somebody very karmic and toxic. They're in regret. This was a man-made disaster. They didn't want to land the plane, so now the plane's going down on its own. Someone's very jealous, okay? They were coming at you. They're taking a big nosedive here. It's all jealousy. Now they're trapped. They might be going to jail. This is a couple involved. There's a cover-up. Something to do with a fire. Could be arson. Or they're getting fired. They got to do this cleanup here, okay? It was all fraud. Maybe they did do arson for fraud. Something to do with they hit the road, or there's... Got to stay in their lane. There could be on the road. Home here. They call this cult a home. Or they're living with this cult. Coven, secret society. They're part of a cult. They wanted to be a cult leader. Oh, I see. Oh, really? Ew. I don't like this person. Somebody thought they could be a cult leader and that they could have all their needs and desires met by these people. And they hoodwinked these people. They lied to them. They, bullied them. And these people, unfortunately, fell for it. It is what it is. So we have chicken, new alliances, sexual protection, and aliens. I don't know, it could be cosplay. Somebody's into cosplay. Watching from afar, making a decision here. They're at the crossroads. Somebody's not waiting. They're planning something. Come here. Somebody's not happy. What is this here, please, Spirit? Chicken, new alliances, sexual protection, and aliens. Thank you. I don't know. Somebody wants to come back towards you. They want you to come back. This is a losing proposition. They knew it, but yet they went for it anyways. They're refusing to move on. No emotional fulfillment or happiness. This is the overarching energy. Something wasn't fair, wasn't balanced. They thought they'd make a profit off of something, but it turned out to be a loss. They're borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. They're in heavy-duty debt. They can't manage to balance this out. They can't play games anymore. This is unfair. Somebody's exhausted. They're contemplating. They're strategizing. They need to put something to rest with somebody, with you maybe. They're heartbroken. You healed from a heartbreak. You're at peace. They're dreaming about coming back towards you. Unfinished business. They kept doing something over and over again. They didn't want to stop or learn a lesson. This is a harsh and heavy clapback. The world is upside down. They're getting paid or paid others. They got to balance something out. You were very generous with this person. You were giving and receiving, prioritizing with other people. You're getting paid or paying others here. You were very generous. This is not over. They got to balance something with you. What is this? They're dreaming. They're fantasizing. They're hurting for money. That's what they were. They wanted you to just lose everything. They're losing everything. This is a heavy-duty clapback. They're dreaming about coming back towards you because you were very generous with them. They don't want something to stop because they're getting paid. Oh, okay. They're getting paid to do something, and they don't want this to stop. There we go. They want to come back. They know they can't come back. They're refusing to move on. They're emotionally invested into this here. They got to balance something out so they can come back towards you. If they come back, there's illumination. They're going to get arrested. But they're in debt. They can't sacrifice you. They don't want to make any sacrifices. You're not sacrificing yourself. It's illumination, letting go and letting God, surrendering. Yeah. It's illumination. Somebody lied. They were jealous of you. They were vindictive, violent, spiteful, and hateful. This is somebody who's very jealous of you. They went around shit-talking you. A lot of emotional, mental, verbal, and psychological abuse. But you healed your heart. You're not heartbroken over this. You went ice cold on these people. Now they're realizing why you went ice cold on these people. They're all liars. They all got lied to. Because somebody had a different agenda, okay? Coming after you. Yeah, there's a parting of ways. They're grieving and regretting. They're crying over spilt milk. They were willing to do whatever it took to win, right? 5-5 yet again. It was in the first read too. So this is get ready for change. Everybody else that was working with them are walking away, taking on losses, okay? This was born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. And lots of abuse was had here. And this person's still going, wanting to come after you maybe. Maybe this is the person coming after you. But they're all, the cult coven, whomever this is, this group is thinking twice about it. They're all taking on losses. So this person's going through these people to get at you. Yeah. They don't want to take accountability. It's not going anywhere. They don't want to take, they can't overcome They're willing to do whatever it takes. They steal a car. They could have gotten into a car accident. Someone got into a car accident. Getting their car repoed. Yeah, do anything to get into a partnership here. Whether it's love, friendship, business, or family. You have harmony here. They want a new beginning. Yeah, they think you're a fool. You took a leap of faith. You have a new beginning starting, and they want to hitch a ride with you. But they're not working, or whatever they did was not, it's not working. No longer working on a marriage or for this institution, or no longer working on a platform. They partnered up here. You have a new beginning. You took a leap of faith. Somebody wasn't watching where they were going. They were warned. You were a loyal partner. This is a partnership of some sort. You warned them. Don't do this. Don't do that. You made them look good. You always looked out for them, but they weren't listening to you, or they're not listening to whomever that was warning them. You have a new beginning. You're not taking much with you. You don't have any good fond memories of where you've been. Yeah, you parted ways with a karmic, or somebody in the equation is figuring out this is a karmic soul tie from a past life. You're off. Yeah, you're going off to a new beginning here. You're leaving them behind. This is all a one-sided thing. Their way, the highway. If it's a relationship, if it's not, it's a false contract, whether in the ethers or in the 3D, is all one-sided, stack against you. This is poor decisions. Didn't use their higher wisdom. Parting ways. There's no harmony here. They're getting some consequences. It was all, they went towards somebody that for the intimacy. New beginnings. This is passion, opportunities, growth, and expansion. Somebody's taking action, some sort of action here. Yeah, somebody's got some sort of passion towards you. They did something towards it. A sweetheart, Queen of Cups, new beginning here. It could be a mother figure. It doesn't have to be male in this energy. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. You parted with this. If it's a relationship, you parted with them because there's too much focus on smacks. You took action. You did something based off of your intuition, highly intuitive, very psychic here, very balanced. You knew they wanted to harm you. You knew they were doing too much. This is physical, okay? Now they want to come back in and take those swords out of your back? I don't think so. You had to take them out of your back by yourself. They did too much here, okay? This is ending a cycle for sure. Somebody needs to go into recovery, or they're going to have to recover something. Yeah, this is bad news. Somebody got injured or sick. This is a backfire, bad news. They were trying to stop your forward motion. This is a backfire. No communication. They're afraid. They're trying to block. They lost control of some sort of communication. They can't control communication anymore, the narrative. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty because you consciously know you're taking some action or somebody else's. You have all the tools you need for success. You are co-creating with the divine. They're scared of what you're manifesting here. Yeah, you're in your south node. You're in your north node. They're in their south node. Divine intervention here. You're healed. You're a healer, a teacher maybe. What you take out of the world, you pour back into the world in spades. This is divine intervention. Your prayers have been heard. Wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. Something's going to be happening. It's going to seem like a miracle, but it's going to... Your wishes are being granted. Okay? They're afraid of what's going to happen here once you take action or somebody takes action. You're manifesting your heart's desires here. This could be fame and fortune for all we know, but I mean, you're very talented at what you do. Good manifester. You have a direct connection with source. It's going to seem like a miracle, but you're getting your wish fulfillment. You're very creative and crafty, I heard. Ooh, somebody's crafty. Standing in your power, you go your own way, male or female, place the genders where it belongs. You're unafraid. You're very passionate about what you do. You're creating something beautiful, a new life. You're very confident and bold. You're alluring and magnetic and charming. You're a leader, divinely protected and guided. And somebody wanted to make you look unstable. They committed some sort of financial crime against you. Somebody does not want to be alone. Somebody's unstable, insecure. They're trying to paint you as unstable and insecure, greedy and selfish, codependent and clingy. I see. Needy and greedy. Yeah, no, that's not you. Yeah. Somebody's remaining stoic. Somebody else that's highly intuitive and psychic as well. This could be a counterpart. Could be at a distance. Somebody's not wearing their heart on their sleeve. Somebody gave some good advice here too. An emperor in reverse. Somebody's not the father. Could be a bad father, boss, or leader. This is somebody that's in their ego. They're very prideful and arrogant. It's a bully, a tyrant. They had no authority to do whatever they did. I think they're scared because they tried to prove, I don't know, something to do with paternity, yours, trying to say your father's not your father, and or somebody else's paternity. Somebody's a tyrant. They bent to public pressure. They lost their authority or abused it. They're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another. They don't want this conflict here. This is somebody that was involved in corruption, gaslighting you, power plays, you know, poking the bear, reactive abuse. Somebody wants to come back in from out of the cold. You took the high road. You walked away with your head held high. You found your confidence anyways. This could be financial ruin, spiritual jail, or it could be physical as well. They could be sick. Somebody wants in. They want to come back in from out of the cold. Or you found your confidence and got yourself out of a situation. They're trying to. 5-5 again, it's change. Yeah, somebody's on the run. Somebody's at a distance. It could be transitioning. In the middle of a transition, you know, and you're ending one cycle to begin a new one. But there could be trackers on your vehicle, or somebody was tracking you, your every move, or they're being tracked. Could be on the run. Yeah. You're going to a happier place where they want to meet you in calm waters. This is divine feminine energy, male or female. You're creating something. You're going places. You're going to a happier place. You could be traveling as well. This could be a mother figure or a pregnancy. Divine feminine energy. Through your pain, you create new life, whether through children or philanthropy or some form of art that you participate in or create. Travel, travel, travel. There's good news here. You're very creative. You're very inspirational. Somebody's assessed a situation. People see you as you truly are instead of them cloaking you under lies and or their own energy. You're working. This is success. You've mastered your emotions. You have discipline. You've mastered your craft or whatever skills you have. This is success. Put a lot of work and effort into it. You're very diligent. This is the Phoenix rising. This is change. Or they tried to work. They were working with, so there's going to be some communication about them working to unalive you, a child. You're innocent. This is new beginnings here. Something's over here. Their work is over. They're going to lose their job. They're trying to make you lose your job. This is heartless and cruel. They were just draining you. No new beginnings. No emotional fulfillment or happiness. This is a crime. This was abuse. Very abusive. Showed you no love, no mercy, no grace. This is somebody that doesn't even love themselves. They showed you no love, no peace or harmony. This is recklessness. They endangered many others. Bad investment. They didn't want anybody investing in you. End of the road. They can't go any further. They lost a lot of money. It could be misappropriation of funds as well. And or they have no proof. If they're trying to unlock this money that's locked in for a year, 6 months, however long, 5 years, long-term savings or short-term, I don't know, but they don't have the paperwork or the proof that they need. It's futile. Yep. No cooperation. They can't work this. It's not their creations. They're not getting along with others. False contract, any third-party situation. They can't get any help or they're not cooperating. Yeah, to steal this money. Missed opportunity. They can't pay this money back. That's not their blessings. Yeah, they're blocked. Their money's blocked or they're trying to block yours. This was end of a family or a group. This is not a happily ever after. They try to scapegoat you so they can keep this money. They're greedy and selfish. You're trying to steal this inheritance or a large amount of money. It's family discord. They're going to lose everything. All that glitters isn't gold. No more confusion. Seeing through the illusions. Running out of options. They're going to claim they were unaware. They didn't know. They're hiding and cloaking something. They don't want to be investigated. Somebody does not want to be alone. They were doing magic here. They don't want anybody knowing they lost a child because they were doing magic. This is somebody's immature and sincere and very childish. They're having an emotional outburst. This is abandonment. Somebody feels abandoned here. This is somebody's learning something, gathering some money. This is divination. This is starting something new, taking a practical approach. This is good financial news. It could be some youths to young persons or younger people. Somebody's learned something. It could be a small token of appreciation coming towards you. Slow and steady wins the race. Learning something that you're an earth angel. You're healthy. You have a direct connection with source. You alchemize and transmute. You gave yourself that love they denied you. You're very healed. You're a healer. You're healthy. You're a teacher. They want to reconcile with you. They got to be fair with you. Yeah, they didn't show you any support, love, or any kind of friendship here. Somebody was a scam artist wearing a mask, very insincere, love bombing you and then gone. They're trying to hide something here, hide you from the public. Somebody's on the down low. They're being exposed as public humiliation. They can't hide this any longer. Light's being shined upon this. There's no more confusion. Somebody lied. They were narcissistic or worse, right? Pathological liar, user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. Very abusive. No authority to speak on your behalf or anybody else's behalf. Not very smart. Not happy. No truth or clarity upon a situation. Could be something to do with paternity. But this is somebody sick and or not happy. They're acting like they don't know what to do. They're indecisive. They're in denial. Mental conflict. You're at peace. They're being blocked. They can't eat or sleep. They don't know what to do here. They're acting like the victim here. They're not the victim. They're stressed here because they lied. There's been no truth or clarity. No communication. Harsh judgment. They judged you harshly based off of lies. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. The judgment's going to go against them or has gone against them. This is no second chances. This is karma. They were trying to hold you back. They were impersonating you. This is forgery. They felt entitled. They're combative. They're trying to hold you back. Somebody's a poser, a player. They feel entitled, okay? They're very abusive. This is somebody that steals your work ideas or your achievements, regales others with your stories, things. This is somebody that's too afraid to do anything different, but yet they claim they do this, that, and the other thing. Holding you back, holding back your ships from coming in or you from traveling or moving on, expanding your horizons. You have a lot of foresight. You foresaw what this is. You're prepared and preparing for something, or they are. You're plotting and planning to do something against you. Put a lot of burdens on your back. They're burdened now. Now, this is greed, materialism, selfishness. This is money motivated, get rich quick schemes, right? They were making money off of you somehow, some way. Very corrupt. It's a bully. Yeah, corrupt. They had somebody in their pocket that was pulling strings for them. It's a crime. It's divorce or separation. But I'm really picking up it's corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. Somebody lost their authority. They gave a unwise counsel here. It could be a warlock as well. Yeah, they're stuck. They don't know what to do. There's no contingency plans. They wanted you waiting, stuck. Unable to, they're scared to make a decision. They're trying to block you online or block an investigation or surveillance. They're trying to, I don't know, impede an investigation. This is delayed communication from afar. Somebody's learning something. They're watching you, spying you, watching tarot, watching a spiritualist. A lot of secrets here, but you tapped into your intuition. You could be online doing work here. Someone's watching you, secretly watching you. You're moving on, you overcame. This is bringing back balance to your situation, radical acceptance. You're still moving forward no matter what. Moving in silence. This could be authorities coming through. Somebody could be drinking and driving. They're trying to bind you. Or they're bound to something. Could be a contract here. Could be taxes as well. You overcame something. You overcame addictions, obsessions, the devil energy. This is somebody that's very toxic and karmic, obsessed with you. Could be driving by your home or your place of work. Yeah. They're obsessed with wanting to be you. You're down to earth. You know your value and your worth. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're hardworking, abundant, and very independent. You're nurturing and you're healing and you're stable and secure. Took you a long time to get there. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. This is your rite of passage. They were trying to slow you down. It's Queen of Pentacles. Could be you or someone else, male or female. Somebody has to make a payment. You've been making payments on time. You're very, yeah, they were paying. Somebody was paying, I don't know, somebody bit off more than they can chew. They're trying to slow something down. This is somebody that had no authority. Could be a warlock or a poser or a player. Somebody was in their ego, right? Very arrogant and aggressive. It's a coward down deep inside. It's a follower, not a leader. Somebody had addictions. They said you had addictions, but you don't. Somebody's going to have to take accountability for this fuck shit that they did. Somebody's angry. They bit off more than they can chew, and they're afraid. They didn't take the noble approach. They were getting paid, but they weren't an authority figure getting paid. If they're watching over your money, it's not somebody that would normally watch over your money, but they were getting paid to watch over your money. Somebody's angry. Somebody lost their position as a leader. Yep. They sold a home, stole a home. They wanted you homeless. They said you were homeless. They wanted you unstable. They're going to lose their home, their business, their stability. Somebody's non-committal. No redemption here. Wow. There you go. Justice is going to be had. Karma. It's a reckoning of this. It's a reckoning. It's a balancing of the scales. Yep, they got caught in their lies. They have to come clean here. They're not getting away with this. Yep, they're trying to avoid a tower moment. This could be an internal disruption, or this is ruin. They tried to ruin you. The lid's getting blown wide off of this. It's never going to be revisited again. They won't be able to do this ever again to you or anyone else. Justice has stepped in. Wow. This could be somebody in high position of justice. Yeah, they're going to jail. They're stuck. They're feeling trapped here. They were trying to restrict you, try to bind something to you. Too many obstacles to overcome. Somebody's stuck in their head. This is self-imposed. They wanted to hit you right on your wheel of fortune. Somebody's a gold digger and a clout chaser. This has changed, though. See that snake wanting to hit you right on your wheel of fortune? You're very fortunate. You're going into a new cycle. You know your value and your worth. Somebody took advantage of a situation they should not have. They were ungrateful and disrespectful. They spread egregious gossip. They're parting ways with their cult, coven, secret societies, their third parties, or friend groups. There will be no reconciling. They're getting let go. They're giving up. They're angry and they're scared. They can't block you. They can't get you to vibe lower. They can't get you to drop your guard either. They give out false and misleading information. Somebody lost a child. This was unrequited love. They caused a lot of trauma bonding. They wanted you to go back into another karmic cycle or toxic cycle with them. You don't have a lot of good memories with whomever this is. You're ending this, okay? It's ending in this lifetime, this past life soulmate connection. It's over with. You're not going back to the past. They're stuck there. You're leaving them in the past. Unrequited love. So they know how much karma they're going to accrue, or they must know, for the amount of disrespect and trauma they've caused you and others. They lost a child. They could have went around saying that you were doing magic against them and they lost a child because of that. But it was them playing with magic, going to all these different covens, cults, and secret societies to do their bidding. It was them. Okay, anybody that's going to stand next to a person that's trying to take other people's lives through spell work, you know there's going to be a backfire. You know there's going to be karma. Anybody standing near them could be a casualty. Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody's afraid here because they were guiding somebody or teaching somebody how to do something. This could be a teacher, school teacher. You could be a teacher, or they're getting taught a lesson. Let's put it that way, okay? new alliances, or shopping for new people to help them, to guide them. Something's about ready to take off here. Sexual protection. You're being protected. They could be infecting people with an STD, for all I know. You're protected. They're trying to burn evidence or delete evidence. Good for you. It had something to do with money. It was all money-based, right? Trying to alienate you from people that you love that should be in your life, or this person's, I don't know, swearing up and down that you're an alien, or I don't know. You could be from a different country. Sounds about ready to take off, whether it's the news, the truth, whether it's your business. I don't know. Or they want to take off. I don't know. Somebody said the most horrible things about you. Online, they're trying to get rid of the evidence. There's a money trail. There we go. Could be foreign money as well. There we go. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? How are we ending this? 2121, energetic balance. So it's balancing out. Balance, harmony, progress, alignment, dreams, and favor. Even though you may be striving for meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. This number signifies that everything is aligning in your favor and your dreams are soon to be realized. Congratulations. 420, potential. Potential opportunities, adventure, dreams, courage, future goals. This card reminds you of your potential in life. With your angel supporting you, it's time to embrace new opportunities and adventures and follow your heart towards the future. Reflect on your goals and aspirations. So, the other thing I've learned is never say never, because you never know what's going to happen, what opportunities come. Grab those opportunities the minute they show themselves. I mean, make sure they're all on the up and up, but you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of 2s and 4s here today. Acceptance, surrender, let go. 2244. Surrender, let go, peace, clarity, adaptability, moving forward. Embrace what you cannot change and let go of past grievances. Radical acceptance, right? Focus on what you can control moving forward to realign yourself with your goals and purpose. That could be for you or them. I know that somebody in the equation is about ready to divulge everything. Or this ne'er-do-well who started all this bull crap had an ulterior motive, obviously, and they know they're about getting ready to get pinched. This is for some of you, not all of you. They're thinking about turning in some people that they were working with to give the cops something to go on while they take off. You know what I'm saying? 3232. Take charge, empowerment, initiative, leadership, self-determination, boldness, improvement. Take control of your life and steer it towards your desired outcomes. Yeah. Embrace the shortness of life by pursuing actions that enhance your well-being and contribute to your personal growth. So take care of your health, mental, physical, financial, spiritual. 5555, clarity. There's change. This is a big change. So they now know things have got to change. Great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast-paced, forward progress or process. It's all about clarity. You aren't a victim of circumstance. Rather, you are the beneficiary of it. So it's funny because we're talking about inheritances. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to the shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. I love that for you. 88 is abundance, and it's also karma. Listen to your gut. 2020 is hindsight, right? You could have started in 2020. Intuition, trust, inner voice, guidance, positivity, and alignment. Yet again, we're in keeping here. Alignment, intuition, trust. When you are positively motivated, your goals and dreams will unfold as they should. Let your inner voice be your primary guide on this journey. And I think that's what you allowed. Maybe this is the first time ever that you 100% relied on your instincts and your intuition, but it did not guide you wrong, did it? It might have seemed wrong sometimes, like, are we going anywhere with this? You know what's happening? But they're working in the background. Trust and believe that. And don't let doubt creep in. Doubt is not your friend. How are we ending this, please, angels? What's the final message for the collective? Okay, thank you. Manakel is in reverse. 66 in reverse. So it's like 99. You're coming to the end of a cycle. 66. That's balance. 6 is balance. 12. So God nurturing and maintaining everything. So they wanted to place this crown of thorns on your head and laugh at you like they, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're Jesus, but you know what I'm saying, right? They wanted to ridicule you. Looks like they're going to have to wear this crown. Knowledge of good and evil appeases divine anger and cures epilepsy. This is the wrath of God. We got it in the last read too. So 6 of Wands, victory, success, reward, recognition. They were bragging and showing off. They said something publicly about you that they're going to have to answer for, and or they said something on public record that was wrong, that was a lie about you. 28, they're coming after your, this is fated, they were coming after your wheel of fortune. They're getting karma. God who took evil. Longevity protects against infirmities. So you could have gotten ill. Maybe they sent you a lot of spell work to make you ill. They wanted this. They wanted you to be unalived. Mumia, 72. Somebody's finding this out. It's an investigation. There could be a conspiracy to commit. So everybody's going to go down here, okay? God, the end of the universe. Endings and rebirth. Influences health and longevity. You might have had some bad scares or bad times health-wise, but certainly didn't take you out. They're going to face this now. Time is up for them. There's a certain amount of time attached to this. They're going to find out. They effed around and found out. 9 of Swords. Now they worried. Devil energy. Wow. They're bound to this. Bound to the devil. The comforting God. Hariel. Purification. Protection from the impious religious sentiments. I don't know, maybe they're going a little bit too heavy now on God and wanting to cleanse and wanting to get around people with good energy to protect themselves. Just be mindful of who wants to get into your energy. 5 of Swords, they're willing to do whatever it takes to get in your energy, to have other people carry them through life, right? 62, they're in their pride. They want to power and control, but you're too strong. God, the highest being. Desire to know the acquisition of wisdom. They want to know where your wisdom came from. How did you know? How did you know? They could be stealing some of your work if you're using your wisdom for work. If you're a public speaker, if you, I don't know, you could be doing anything. They could be trying to steal that wisdom. That's experiential wisdom. This is things that you've learned through life, you've experienced. They didn't experience it. So it rings hollow when they talk about whatever you're talking about. When you experience it, it's a different animal altogether. You can talk about it, textbook things, you know. You never experienced it until you do. 6 of Cups, somebody from your past. Could be family. They're having nostalgic memories. You're going to get your flowers here. There's an investigation. You're innocent. God who stirs all men. Motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated. 7 of Pentacles, just proof and evidence. This is an investment. They were harvesting from you or waiting to. 57, they wanted to sacrifice you. They're going to be arrested. It's illumination. You overcame. The lovely God. Discernment. General prosperity. The deliverance of prisoners. Queen of Cups. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet, and used your intuition. They're under judgment. You might have told them they're under judgment. You made the right choices here. This is a wake-up call, a spiritual awakening. God the Redeemer. Somebody wants a second chance here. Redemption. Serves against enemies of religion. Governs chastity. Two of Pentacles. What I tell you, Poyal, that came out in the first read. This is fortune and fame. Fulfills any request. Okay? This is justice. God who supports the universe. So God is going to be blessing you. And they're going to go towards lack and loss, poverty, on the outside looking in. It is what it is. When you practice to deceive, right? Don't bother. It's not going to help you. Let's get a couple of these just to end it at 44 even. Wow. The angels are here. What else would you like to tell the collective before we shut down, Spirit? Okay, so we have shacks. They could have shacks themselves. Good fortune via money or material possessions is easier to acquire than you think. Apply yourself. So they're holding back your money. It could be locked in, blah, blah, blah. You found a different way to make money. You haven't gone without. These people are going without. It's because God's always providing for you. When there's a will, there's a way. You got to believe that. I think you do. Belief brings love and music. Focus your mind on the calculations of your heart and stop wasting time. So get your head, mind, heart, and spirit together. Get balanced, okay? Alamia, today is a day of discovery. Look out for something new to learn. He's shielding you in his feathers, okay? So you've been protected. You've been shielded. Berith. Promotions or advancement will bring wealth. Reconsider your previous choices. What appeared worthless is actually gold. And that could be these people looking at you like they didn't think much of you, and now they're looking at you like, oh my gosh, you're everything. Orias. Astrology brings important information. Study your natal chart and the astrological connections with those around you. Maybe that's what you're getting into, or maybe somebody tried to read your chart. Didn't think much of you, but now they get a second look at your chart and they go, oh my God, somebody read that wrong. And Ducius. It's okay to make mistakes sometimes. Friends can help you get back on track. Somebody made a big mistake. They're looking at you like, aren't you my friend? Won't you help me out of this? Just remember, you can't take on everybody's karma, okay? Chavakia. Is there anyone you've offended? Oh, I'd say they have. Reach out and try to rekindle the relationship. They might be on their hands and knees promising you fake promises again. Aladia. Keeping things to yourself can be difficult. Try not to overshare today. Yeah, somebody's trying to pump you for information or pumping other people that know you for information. Nithael. How will people remember you? What have you created that will stand the test of time? Well, I'd say you're creating a good legacy, okay? Being kind to others, blah, blah, blah. They whatever they created for themselves, well, it's not going to... No great legacy there. Rochelle, you have a creative endeavors in the works. It's time to make it public. So you might be holding back, telling your good news, and you had to hold back, okay? I'm the same way. I'm holding back. I've got good news to tell, but I'm holding back because there's people out there that want to ruin it for others, right? So until it's a done deal, until it's done, nobody can ruin it. I can't speak of it, but it's good news. Trust and believe when I say that. I got a couple of things that I want to share with you, and when it's time, I will. So congratulations. I'm very happy for you. I hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.